Hello, everybody. This is Debo with Debo's Movie Reviews here, and this week's review will be Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise as Maverick, Anthony Edwards as Goose, Kelly McGillis as Charlie, featuring Clarence Gilliard as Sundown, Tim Robbins as Cougar, Tom Skerritt as Viper, Val Kilmer as Iceman, featuring Meg Ryan as Carol, aka Mrs. Goose, and James Tolkan as as Stinger, who was the commander on the aircraft carrier in the beginning of the movie and end of the movie, and it was pretty much a staple in '80s cinema with his role as Mr. Strickland in the Back to the Future trilogy movies. But that's another story. But kind of one of them actors you knew the face, but you couldn't know the name kind of deal. And I should also mention Michael Ironside as Jester, which is ironic because he wasn't no joke in this movie. I mean, even though it was a military movie, I mean, he nailed it in all seriousness, as military should be. You know, hell, Top Gun, probably one of the most iconic '80s movies of all time. One of the most iconic military movies, and I mean, just one of the most iconic flight movies. I mean, it's about up there with Flying Tigers, Great Santini, and Iron Eagle, and Flyboys, Aces High. But all those will get reviewed later on. But today is all about the first Top Gun, and yeah, it'll be a while before I practically get around to the second one, since I'm more of a old school movie reviewer, not more new movies, but I'll squeeze in some new ones every now and then. But yeah, no, I can say that's enough about that. Back to what y'all came to see. My review on Top Gun. I mean, the movie had everything. Great cast, great soundtrack, great character development. I'll say it's probably one of the best things that damn near everybody in the movie did. I'm like, kind of like one role Kelly McGillis is known for. One of the most iconic Tom Cruise roles, besides Ethan Hunt and Cole Trickle, which were pretty much my favorite roles of Cruise. Best thing Anthony Edwards is known for. One of the best things Val Kilmer is known for. I mean, he knocks it out of the park, just being antagonistic and all. And I already mentioned how epic, badass that kind of deal that Michael Ironside was. Hell, I should also mention how I gotta say it was one of the best performances by Clarence Gilliard, who's best known as Ranger Trevette from The Walker. But hey, he always knocked it out of the park between in this Die Hard and Walker, and I mean the real Walker, not that bullshit on CW. But back to Top Gun, I gotta say, epic action and and great direction by the late great Tony Scott. Who I'm gonna have to say was the better of the Scott brothers, between him and his brother Ridley. Hell, this one, Top Gun, just epic. I mean, just inquotable too. With the ultimate I feel the need for speed. Hell, at first, I kind of thought he could have used it if he made Days of Thunder first. That would have made more sense. But yeah, it's kind of like how he didn't use Danger Zone as a trademark because that would have been good for Days of Thunder as well. But yeah, but hey, if you want to know more about Days of Thunder, I already got a review on, I already got a video on that. So hell, but hey, Danger Zone, or should I say Danger Zone? Regularly the best Kenny Loggins song ever, and just great fitting for F-14s. Cause hey, those were some badass planes. I mean, now I flew in a game, of course, but hey, I gotta give it Top Gun being one of the more iconic military movies. I mean, just excellent character development. Like I say, Tom Cruise and Anthony Edwards had excellent actor chemistry, along with Kelly McGillis. I mean, back the soundtrack I mentioned how their characters bonded over their love of Motown, but yeah, I say it was funny at the beginning when they were at the bar and he and the guys were serenading her over "Lost That Love and Feeling" by Righteous Brothers before they found out she was the civilian instructor sent from Washington to show the boys the ropes. But hey, you gotta give me some badass code names for all them fighter pilots. I mean, Maverick, Goose, although Maverick was his real name, but I mean, yeah, scratch that. That was his Maverick because it was Pete Mitchell. I don't know why I said real name, but hey, we people know. People know more knew the character as Maverick, never by the not by never as Lieutenant Mitchell. Hell, I gotta give it to Tom Cruise in there. I mean, just third practically his third best performance. And at first, I kind of thought it was way too late to do a Top Gun sequel, which they had plenty of time between like the '90s to where it was been like Maverick in the Gulf War or the early 2000s. You know, capitalizing on post 9/11 jingoistic propaganda with him flying over Afghanistan or Iraq. But hey, that's what kind of what we expect from a Jerry Bruckheimer production, and especially when Don Simpson was still alive. But hey, I mean, come on, epic storyline how Maverick just go from the ropes and then has the edge, then lost the edge after Goose died, and I'm just like, that was a low blow in the movie. So I mean, just almost like an unnecessary death, but but hey, it motivated him just to keep flying and stuff, and not let the guilt of a failed engine and a training accident be and all. And I guess give it to old Val Kilmer. I mean, he nailed his role perfectly. I mean, to where to where to where he's a good. I mean, to where he's a good guy, but still an asshole, and then got him in some epic scenes because I gotta mention how the old Need for Speed thing, which should have been went to Days of Thunder, but But hell, gotta give it. He did feel it because not just in the plane, but he did ride like gun that motorcycle cycle so much that he could have moonlighted as a motorcycle racer. But hey, a lot of iconic moments in this movie between that line, the volleyball scene, the the bar serenade, and then the little showdown at the end where they're back in the Indian Ocean and they get that get that MiG and they have that and he just shoots that plane out the sky, which showed more aerial combat instead of where most of the movies just stunts and shit. Like at the beginning where they were playing chicken with that plane, where Goose and Maverick and Cougar and Merlin were playing chicken, and then of course Cougar, played by Tim Robbins, lost his nerve, which forwarded Maverick and Goose to go to Top Gun, which meant they got to go stateside, and after being stationed in the Indian Ocean on an aircraft carrier with a vice principal from Back to the Future. But overall, I gotta give Top Gun, the original, a 5 out of 5. I mean, epic masterpiece. I mean, a career-defining role for Tom Cruise. I mean, just a damn good masterpiece.